Warriors. My name is Tori and I'm the yoga instructor for Texas A&M Central Texas, and we have begun another semester. So there's a lot of new experiences going on right now. New year, new semester, new opportunities for us to try something different. So I'm starting out slow this semester just to get us back into the process of moving and connecting with our body differently than we expect. So that's just all of what yoga is anyway. Let's go ahead and come to the back of our mat in mountain. And so standing strong, we're going to root the feet, rock the body weight forward, rock the body weight back, soften the knees a little bit, build up the spine, roll back the shoulders. We have ourselves mountain. So when we inhale, let's reach up tall to the sky. Let's exhale, forward fold to the ground. Soften the knees as we go. Drop the crown of the head heavy. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Rise up to half lift. Level with the ground. And then exhale, forward fold again. Soften those knees. Okay, inhale, climb all the way up into standing. And let's do this a couple of times. Just creating a flow. Something that we don't even have to think about. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, climb. All right. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, release. Inhale, climb. Exhale, roll. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale. All right, let's climb. Straight spine. Roll the shoulders back. All right, wiggle out the knees. Kick it out, shake it out if you need to. And let's start this mountain sweep nice and tall. But this time, let's sit down into a chair. So let's bend the knees and push the hips to the back of our room so that we're carrying our body weight back into our heels. Reaching forward with the hands. Chair pose. Okay, let's exhale, fold. Rise for our half lift. Exhale, release. Rise to mountain. Okay. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair. Hang in there for a moment. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, release. Let's rise. And let's do this chair one more time. Inhale. Exhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Rise up, half lift. Exhale, release. Okay, rise all the way to standing. Now let's change it up a little bit. Sweep the hands tall. Find chair. Let's fold. And then let's walk forward to down dog. Okay, hands spread wide. Push the heart back to the knee. Okay, let's walk a little further forward. Lower the hips in line with the shoulders for a plank. Inhale up, down dog. Inhale up, fold. Inhale up, half lift. Inhale, rise. Shake it out. Okay, so it's kind of like a sun salutation, but in a very different way. Kind of feels like more of a workout. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Exhale, down dog. Exhale, plank. Inhale, down dog. Inhale, fold. Inhale, half. Inhale, rise. All right, let's try this one more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Exhale, down dog. Exhale, plank. Inhale, down dog. Inhale, fold. Inhale, half. Inhale, mountain. Whew. All right, let's actually make our way down to the mat for the first time. Sweep nice and tall. Exhale, fold all the way down to the ground. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Okay, let's walk for down dog. Hips to the sky, heart towards the knees. Drop the knees to the ground and find tabletop. I'm going to come a little forward. So in our tabletop, hands are beneath the shoulders, knees are beneath the hips. Spine is level, mimicking the ground. Okay, so from our tabletop, relax those elbows like we talked about in the last video. Let's extend the left leg long behind us and try to hover around hip height. Okay, we're going to do a couple crunches here for our abdominals. So when we exhale, let's bring the knee to our nose, crunch, and then inhale, extend. Let's try to move a little quicker with our breath. So we'll exhale. Keep on going. 2 more. And then reach out and hold. Tap the toe to the ground. So we're kind of flattening the foot to the back of the room. And then I want you to take that left foot all the way to the opposite side of the mat on our right side, okay? And then we're just gonna push into the hip a little bit. We're not gonna go far. We're gonna try to keep it level and push like our hip out instead of down. Okay, really ground into that left hand. Hold us steady. And then let's come back to neutral with the hips, come back to neutral with the toe. Drop the knee to the ground, sway side to side. Roll out the wrists if you need to. Okay, let's try all of those crunches on our opposite sides. Soften the elbows. Extend the right leg long. Try to hover for a moment. Let's try 6 crunches. Exhale. Extend and hold. Drop the toe. Cross the body to the outside of the mat. Okay, heels still standing to the sky. We're going to try and push into our right hip. So we need to soften into the left elbow to do that more comfortably. We will. But again, we're bringing the hip out, not down. All right, big stretch in the side body. Okay, come back to neutral with the hips, the toe, drop the knee. Both feet are untucked, so the ankles are stretching. Let's rest back into hero's pose for a moment. Okay, we'll decide how we feel here. If we have a recent knee, ankle, or hip injury that this does not feel comfortable for, you can stay forward or you can rise up onto the knees. Okay, but we're going to shake out the wrists. We're going to clasp both wrists together, lock the fingers around each other, rock the wrists around. Okay, let's go ahead and exhale, push the heel to palm to the room before us. Inhale to rise up overhead. Really push towards the sky. Exhale to roll back down to shoulder height. Unwind, shake it out. And let's come forward for tabletop again. So we find ourselves in tabletop, tuck the toes under, hips come up, push the heart towards the knees. Okay. When we're ready, we'll sweep the right leg high behind us. We'll step the right foot forward and through. We'll try to line up the knees safe with the ankle, and let's see if we can rise into standing here. So we'll climb over the front leg for our full warrior 1 or our standing lunge. It depends on how your back foot is planted. So if you've only got the ball of the foot and the toes pointed forwards, then you're in our lunge. If you are comfortable flattening the heel and turning the toe a little bit to an angle, maybe to the top corner of the mat, then you're in warrior 1. So it's up to you. Lunge, warrior 1. Okay, sweep the hands tall. Really try to lift that low back space. Exhale, swing the hands back behind our hips. Push the heart forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, swing. Inhale, rise. Exhale, swing. 2 more times. strong legs, strong breath. Rise up, and let's plant the palms to the ground. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Hold in down dog for a moment. Soft knees or strong knees. Push the heart towards those knees either way. Let's try that on our left side. Sweep the left leg high. Step forward. Plant the foot. Let's stack the knee safe over the ankle. Decide how you feel comfortable with the back heel. And then rise. Okay. Now remember, we can find warrior, or we can keep it in a lunge. It's up to how strong you feel in the legs today. We're going to inhale to rise. Let's try 5 sweeping breaths. So exhale to pull the arms back. Push the heart forward. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Rise up. And sweep. Rise finally. And forward fold. Find your downward facing dog. Knees soft, strong, pedaling maybe. Push the heart towards those knees either way. Okay. Let's go ahead and step forward with our right foot. And then plant our back knee. Untuck our back toe. Leave the left palm in the mat this time. Stack the right palm on top of the right thigh so that you can open your heart to your right side. Maybe sweep the right hand tall. And try to create a straight line between the arms if you can. Look to the sky or look directly in front of you across the room. One more great breath. Exhale to release that right hand down to the ground. Now, we're going to create a hip opener. So I'm going to rotate first to the camera and then I'm going to realign. So for our hip opener here, if you've been keeping up with our yoga videos, you know this one, it's lizard. So left palm stays in the mat, right palm comes to the top of that right thigh. We're going to go ahead and open up our heart like we did a moment ago, but now we're going to push against that knee and try to roll the sole of the foot up to face our left hand. I'm going to rotate on the mat again and show you what it looks like on the side, but we're holding a twist and a hip opener in lizard pose. So let me rotate. Okay, right hand to the thigh, push the heart open, push the knee away. All right, and that's all it is. Okay, let's roll that foot flat, drop the right hand to the mat, step the right knee back to meet the left knee. And it's like we're in our tabletop, except the hands are a little farther forward. So let's feel that exaggerated a little bit. Keep walking the hands forward. Leave the hips stacked over the knees if you can, and try to drop the heart and belly and forehead for puppy pose. So it's just like a puppy or a kitty waking up from a nap. But if you need to sit back over the heels a little bit, that's okay too. Okay, let's rise up into our neutral tabletop. Hands beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. Make your way to downward facing dog. Let's step that left foot forward and through. Drop the back knee. Untuck the back toe. And let's start with just a twist first. Just a twist. Right hand to the mat. Left hand to the thigh. We're opening up the heart space. Option to sweep the left hand to the sky. Try to draw a straight line between the arms. Option to look up to the sky, to the hand, or right across the room. Depends on how much tension you can handle in the neck and shoulders today. We're not trying to build tension. We're trying to release it. Okay? Let's unwind from our twist, and now we'll add our hip opener for lizard. So again, left palm comes to the top of the thigh. We'll open up the heart, but now we're going to push the knee away and roll the foot up from its flat face on the ground to having the sole of the foot face our right hand. And that's our lizard pose. So it's our same twist, just includes a hip opener. And we're going to try and stay here for 3 more breaths. Best effort. We're going to try not to judge ourselves here. We're going to try not to expect ourselves to change too much in these few moments. And eventually we'll roll the foot flat and level the heart. We'll step the left knee back to meet the right knee. And again, we'll try puppy pose. So we'll walk the hands way, way out long. We'll start to drop the heart, the forehead, the belly. Just like a puppy, we've got puppy pose. Okay, let's rise up into our neutral tabletop. And in fact, let's swing the feet around before us. So let's see if we can get a little bit of abdominal work in. Okay, focusing on how we feel, catching our breath if we need to. It's the beginning of a new semester, a beginning of a new year, and a beginning of new experiences. So let's make some of them just a little bit challenging. We'll build up the spine tall, lean the heart back a little bit. Okay, we're going into our boat pose. We can hold the knees, we can balance freely, or we can set the hands to the mat behind us. Lots of options, whatever suits us best. We've leaned back with a tall spine, and now we're going to lift those heels off of the mat and just try to hold, okay? Shivering and swaying is totally normal here. Don't panic yourself, okay? Totally normal. Hold steady, you got this. Let's take 3 more strong breaths, exploring whatever we're comfortable exploring here. Okay, lots of options. All right, when we're ready, let's drop the heels to the ground, build the spine up, let the knees fall away, soles of the feet hug each other. Now we've got legs in a diamond shape, so we have butterfly. Root the hips down strong, stack up the spine tall, send the heart forward as you exhale. Option to just reach a little bit or to weigh down the knees. No pressure, just body weight. Okay, butterfly pose, trying to take awareness or trying to take sensation away from the abdominals for a moment and focus on the hips. Okay, let's build up the spine tall and proud. Let's stand the knees to the sky. We're going into boat again, but this time, let's try to challenge ourselves to move with the breath. Okay, so again, we build up the spine tall, we lean the heart back, we decide, balancing at the knees, balancing freely, we're supporting ourselves, whichever way with our hands that feels right, as long as the elbows are soft, okay? Now we're gonna lift off the mat when we're ready, try to keep that spine straight, and when we are breathing, we are inhaling and reaching, and exhaling to crunch. Inhale, and exhale. Keep on going. Take a break if you need it. Do not be afraid to stop your momentum, to come to rest, and to start again. 2 more breaths. All right, come to neutral, drop the heels. Keep the spine tall, knees fall away for butterfly again. Soles of the feet come together, build up the spine. Exhale, send the heart forward, maybe way down the knees. Maybe reach. Excellent. All right, very cool. Let's go ahead and build up the spine tall and proud. Now I'm going to turn to face the camera here because I want us to extend the feet way out long before us, okay? Heels are strong in the ground, toes are standing up tall to the sky. Knees can be soft or strong, that's up to you. We're gonna go for a simple forward fold first. Keep the spine tall, exhale, send the heart forward, take a bow. Try not to squish the shoulders up towards your ears while you're trying to reach and grab and yank and pull. Instead, roll those shoulders down, rest the arms. Let the abdominal muscles and those spinal muscles push the heart forward, okay? That's where we're focusing on this fold. Awesome. Let's rise up nice and tall. Let's do a split here. I know that sounds wild. Just send the feet outside of hip distance. It could be super close together. It could be way out far. I can't do a perfect split, so I'm not going to judge anybody else that can't do a perfect split. So anchor your hips down strong. Definitely bend the knees this time a little bit. Heels are still strong in the mat. Toes are still pointing up to the sky. We're going to build up the spine tall. Release those shoulders away from the ears. And we're going to exhale. Push the heart forward. Soft and restful arms. Okay, as we go forward, it's not about grabbing, yanking, and pulling. Okay, it's all about those abdominal and those spinal muscles that we use all day, every day. All right, those are the muscles we're trying to give attention to. We're going to feel a lot in the legs here too, don't get me wrong. Let's build up the spine tall and proud. Okay, let's bring the left leg neutral with the left hip, and then we're going to bend in the right knee, flattening the right foot to the ground, and let's sweep this right shin bone across the top of our left leg. So we've got strong bones crossing strong bones here. We're not trying to dump into the ankle. We don't want that foot rolling up to the sky. We want to stack the shin bone across the thigh bone, not on top of the kneecap, because we want both feet to be flat as if we are stepping away from the walls all around us, okay? So this right knee is not going to go low to the ground. It's going to lift up with us. That's just how the hips are working right now. Do not worry. What we are going to do is take a fold here. So we're building up the spine. We're going to exhale and push the heart forward, but let's weigh down this front knee a little bit. See how we feel? Maybe we're not going very far forward, and that's fine. As long as the shoulders are relaxed away from our ears, we're doing good. Okay, we can use the left arm to reach forward if we want, but if you're focused on the hip opener today, I would recommend just resting the arms on that right knee. Okay, and we're opening the hip, we're kind of stretching the glute a little bit. We're feeling some things in the back of the thigh and in the glute and in that low back space, so just become aware of that. Just notice what you notice when you're in a posture. I know that sounds so simple and vague, but just listen to your body for a moment. Maybe close the eyes. Take 2 more strong breaths here. Notice what you notice. Okay. From our half shoelace posture, like we're tying a shoe, let's build up the spine. Let's exchange legs. So the right leg goes out long. Wobble the knees, roll the ankles for a moment. Let's go ahead and put a bend in the left knee, and then let's swoop that shin bone across the top of our right thigh. Remember, not the kneecap, not the ankle. Strong bones on strong bones. Both feet are flat, as if they're pressing away from walls around us. Build up the spine tall. Exhale, push the heart forward. An option to weigh down that left knee this time. I want to challenge you, I want to give you an extra challenge here. Now that we're noticing what we notice in our muscles, in our body, I want you to try to recognize if one side feels more agreeable than the other side. If one side feels more mobile than the other side, maybe. Okay. Typically in yoga, we find that we favor one side of the body or the other. And it often happens that if you are a right-handed individual, you are dominant on your whole right side. More mobility, more flexibility, typically. And if you're left-handed, you find that on your left side. However, I do know of some people that are right-handed and left side dominant. Interesting to think about. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Notice what you notice in the glutes, in the back, the hamstrings. Okay. All right, when you're ready, let's go ahead and build up nice and tall. Let's set both feet flat to the ground before us for a moment. We'll take the soft part of our knees in our hands, and we're going to roll back on the mat. So let me find my space to roll back. Scoop the knees up over your chest, wrap the arms strong around the legs, rock and roll side to side. Sway rock. Some people like to rock up and down the spine. I will not do that, but if it makes you comfortable, by all means. You can also kind of roll in a circular motion if that's comforting to you. Okay, when we're ready, let's come to neutral. Let's go ahead and we're going to try for happy baby pose. So this one's kind of one of those that you'd rather do it in your own time because people get super nervous about looking silly and stuff like that, and this is definitely a silly posture. So they call it dead bug and happy baby. I'm just going to call it happy baby. But we've got knees right up over the body, over the heart space. Instead, let's point our knees to our shoulders. So we're going to kind of take a wide stance here. Knees point to our shoulders. Hands are going to reach up to the sky. We're going to anchor our elbows to the insides of our knees. And then we're going to try and set the feet in our hands. Maybe. Okay, so we want to try and get these shin bones parallel to each other so that we feel even on both sides. If this is much too difficult for hamstrings and glutes to cooperate with today, you're not alone. Okay, happy baby can also be done with hands on the outsides of the knees. Okay, you can just anchor the elbows to the ground and hold on to what you got, but try to flatten the feet to the sky. Try to draw two shin bones parallel to each other. Okay, and I want you to focus all of your mindset on balance here. If the legs are pressing up to the sky with a certain amount of strength, then the hands need to be tugging the knees or the feet back down to the earth with the same amount of strength. That's hard for us. Legs are so much stronger than arms. Okay, that's my challenge for you. Close the eyes and find balance in that strength between the legs and between the arms. Okay, legs are pressing up, arms are tugging down. Okay, shoulders are heavy to the earth. Hips are heavy to the earth. Okay, find your balance, find your strength. And then I want to get loosey-goosey again. So just kind of ease away from pressing to the sky, from pressing back down to the earth, and instead rock and roll, side to side. Don't worry so much about the shin bones being parallel now. Maybe release a little tension. Okay. From happy baby or dead bug pose, we're going to drop the feet flat to the ground. We're going to set the feet out to the very edges of the mat and then lean the knees against each other in the middle. Broken bridge pose. Okay. Let's go ahead and relax the shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to try and release some of that tension in the hips just by inverting the posture that we had a moment ago. I'm doing the opposite. Resting the feet, resting the legs, bringing the knees together and the feet wide. Okay. Take a few moments in this broken bridge to just kind of check in with yourself again. Notice what you notice. Okay. What muscles are feeling achy today? What muscles are kind of feeling strong? More than you expected, between the arms and the legs. What part of the body is so thankful to just be lying still for a moment? All right. Let's go ahead and exchange. Let's extend the left leg long. Let's leave the right leg standing for a moment. And this is simply a practice in noticing again. There's a difference here. We can close the eyes. We can let every exhale feel as though the body is melting into the ground now, really letting go of tension, however we're comfortable doing so. And we notice the difference between the left leg long and restful And the right leg bent, standing, using a little bit of effort to balance. Okay. With the next exchange of breath, I'll challenge you to exchange the legs. So we'll kick the right leg out long and let it rest and roll out. And then we'll bend the left knee and stand it to the sky. And again, we can close the eyes. We can notice things. Now, what does it feel like with the right leg long, resting, versus the left leg bent, standing, balancing a little bit, using some effort. Okay. Just a couple more breaths, noticing how the low back feels, how the abdominals feel, the shoulders, the arms. We were tugging with the arms. How do the arms feel now? Okay. We're starting to move into final relaxation. So we've got lots of options here. I'll just briefly run through them again. We can kick legs way out long to their own corners of the mat and arms way out long like a gingerbread man. That's Shavasana. We could go back to broken bridge, feet wide, knees propped against each other. And we can even go back to butterfly here. We can bring the feet together, knees in a diamond shape. And it doesn't even have to be close to the body. It could be way stretched out. But here are our final relaxation options. You could cushion the head with the hands, with the forearms. You could rest the hands over the belly. And I'd like to encourage you to change your mind in this restfulness, because we're going to take at least 8 slow breaths here. So I want you to soften the face, relax the eyes, relax the jaw. We're going to count our breath, extending the exhale to the count of 6, and inhaling only to the count of 5. So no tricks, I promise. What I mean by that is when we're ready to start counting our breaths, we're going to exhale as much as we can for a moment. And as we begin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And keep going a couple more breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take one more cycle of breath, however we like. You don't even have to count it. And first, we're going to, without much thought, roll to our favorite side of the body. We're going to kind of curl up like the fetal position. We're going to put a bend in the knees. We're going to rest the side of the head on top of our resting arm. And the arm that drifts over the body, after we've rolled, we're going to plant that palm firm in the ground right in front of our heart space. And we're going to spread the fingertips way out wide. We're going to feel the entire mat or ground or surface in front of us. Whatever's before you. Mine's carpet. All right, so that hand is going to spread out wide, and we're going to feel the ground beneath us. One more great breath. And let's climb to a seated place. Plant the hips strong. And it's at this time at the end of our practice that I'd like to thank you for choosing to share your time and your practice with me here today. It is the light within me that honors and bows to the light within you. Namaste.